Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
My nervous pee?
Yeah.
Maybe because I was a bedwetter.
Okay, that's
what? That's a traumatic. That wasn't traumatic?
No, but I mean, to a kid, it's traumatic.
Oh, then you don't want to be the smelly kid at school.
Right. But nobody, yeah.
But,
that was basically what I asked you.
I guess I didn't look at it that way. Like maybe that's. Maybe that's why smells are important. I don't know. To me, I was when I was taking my nervous pee. I was like, after my refreshing shower, I was like, wow, it smells good in here. And I was see, because in the Me Too movement, you can't tell bitches they smell good anymore. So you gotta just buy the fucking. I'll buy the berries and wear it myself. How about that? And then my home run smell, obviously, is your perfume.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe,
I feel like it could be traumatic for a kid.
Sure. I'm rolling. I'm not. See, when the word traumatic is like now... But, it's like a trigger word to me. Emotionally.
Like, if you focus on it for the rest of your life, like, that's traumatic, kind of. Even though it wasn't, like, it's not a big deal to you, like, it's still a part of you. It's not like
that makes sense.
Like, I get where your brain is, because you're like, what was... But a lot of people would be like, oh my God, that's the worst thing that could happen to me ever.
Okay, gotcha.
But it is still traumatic.
Huh. I guess. See, shit like that. See, I think that's what creates this, like, hearing that, even talking to you about it makes me like, I never thought about it that way. But that in the wrong hands, like, I don't use it as a victim. Like, now tomorrow, I'm not going to go out and be like, I had traumatic experiences as a child, okay?
Right.
Like, all right, before big things in my life, I just got to pee. Like, like, all right, before a job interview, like, all right, you can be walking in. It doesn't happen doing the interviewing. It's weird. I guess because I don't, just whatever. But, like, before a job interview, like, the weirdest moments where I'm like, oh, shit. Like, let me just go pee now. That's not funny.
Maybe it's just something else. Maybe you're just...
I gotta look into it. I wonder. Now I'm going further.
I haven't looked into it.
I think everyone maybe... See, I look at the podcast like therapy. But maybe, like, everyone should seek therapy and talk everything out. Like,
true.
See, that's why I enjoy the podcast. You get to talk it all out. You get to like fucking purge.
Right.
Once a week. You get to how I see something. Because I don't give my opinion out in the world. Like, I don't give my... I mean... I'll speak my mind if you ask me something, but I look at that as a separate compartment as giving my opinion on...
Right, everything.
Just everything. Like, I don't blow things up and make them a bigger deal. I'm just like, does that concern my life? Am I minding my fucking business today? And then moving on. But I think everyone needs to get that shit out, and I think it'll lead to a lot. Because I explain things for me, which explain things for you, and then it's cool. You don't have to fucking take ridiculous ass things like fucking Christmas songs and decide, you know what? Today this offends me. And today, I will let the world know about it. I think, that reminds me. Now that reminds me.
Because I didn't look into this.
Let me get into the shits. Because this is not at all where I was going with this. But, fuck it. I love our pre-pod. Are we even recording? Let me actually make sure. I love our pre-podcast talks. Like, when we're just getting ready, just actually go, what's happening here?
70.
Wow. I tell you. This podcast is in order. Hello, beautiful people. I hope that camera's rolling. Dead ass. If it is, it may have my nervous pee. No R. Kelly, but don't worry, we'll get there. Welcome, episode 70.
70.
With Lindsay, the real Mrs. McCrimmon, our host. Myself, King Bo Christ, the man with the gavel. What was I just doing? Okay, I was gonna go get into...
It's a song.
Oh, look at this. Whoopi Goldberg's going to help me explain exactly what I was getting into, because I think I forgot. Welcome to the podcast.
There has been some controversy.
Tell us about it, Whoopi.
Over yet another song.
You should see her, that smug look on her face. Hold on.
First, Cleveland.
I never really see. I wait till we get into the shit. Are you watching this? Did you get this?
No, I haven't seen
Whoopi's annoyed by this?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, that's what I think.
Okay. I didn't. Here. For those on YouTube, I should probably turn it the other way.
There has been some controversy.
Whatever.
Over yet another song.
Bingo.
They're not going to be able to see it too, right?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
This is a goddamn 4K.
Cleveland's
Here,
Christmas
I'll run it
station
back.
just announced they're banning this Oscar-winning song that was first made popular by Ricardo Montalban and Esther Williams in the 1949 movie Neptune's Daughter. Take a look.
Help us out, Whoopi.
Baby, it's
I actually didn't when I saw
What's in this drink? Has to be had out there.
the headline.
Wish I knew how. Your eyes are like stars right now. This spell. I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell. I ought to say no, no, At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
Really?
So hurt he might cry. I really can't. Oh, baby, don't hold out, baby. It's cold outside.
Okay. Everyone's clapping. I'm glad they played the clip because when I first heard it, I didn't.
The message of this song sends a bad message to the Me Too era.
I'm gonna pause Whoopi for a second. I didn't pause. Well,
this song was not written.
Some woman up there literally laughed out loud. Put your hand over your mouth.
I'll let them get their shit off.
You know, I understand. I mean, like, I get what they're saying, but you know what?
It was the 40s.
In 1949, people didn't go to bed with each other.
Right. So, 1944. They're talking about.
Right.
This
was when it was made.
I'm glad
it
they explained it because this is where I actually got. I thought they were talking about the weather outside is frightful and the fire is so. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that song? I was like, are you kidding me? Then I heard this. They got their shit off. You heard the lyrics.
Like, why is everybody offended? We just talked about this.
Sure, I know. That's what made me just be like, fuck it. We might as well since we're here.
Everything like you gotta be able to find something offensive in
every day, every single day, and every day in everyone's life, you could find something you could dig.
But the more that you let bother you, the more you're gonna bring to yourself, and you're gonna have bothering you. Like,
sure,
if you just
100%.
let shit go.
And you know what's crazy about this? And the world. First of all, let me just say the world has ended. It's over. Like when they like the world's gonna it's coming to it. No, it's ended. Today in my body, it ended when I saw this clip. I'm dead ass. It really ended and I didn't when I heard the clip. Excuse me. When I just saw that smug look on Whoopi's spurt, she's like, right, and I was like, like if I'm not and I didn't really connect it until that. If I'm not mistaken, like. It's the middle age like Facebook moms is where it all started. No, am I bugging here? Like
I don't know.
What? Like the View.
I thought that they all were like they were like laughing at it, right? Like
no, they were 100%. They were. Right, but that's what made me. And then like just looking at that, it's like, oh, when did? Maybe I don't know. I don't watch The View, but when you're in like a doctor's office, somehow I do come across The View.
Right.
When I used to work in fucking physical therapy, like I just somehow I don't know where I fucking see them, but I they're just around to me. Yeah. And I don't even know what fucking channel it comes on.
Right.
But somehow, some way, you end up watching shit from The View, and to me, they were always on the other side.
Yeah.
To me,
I figured they were going to be on the other side of this, even though it's outlandish.
When I didn't. See, now, I didn't really pay attention to Whoopi's face, but I'm going to go back to that clip for 1 second. Where's this shit? And I want to be very clear. If I ever do this, that's why you're one of the most genuine people I've ever met. And I know you would call me out on it, because you take great pride in it, which I respect, in all seriousness. Right? But so I trust you, but like in the world, like if people do this shit, you gotta call them out on this.
I can't buy this. I can't buy it.
People are saying that it's like
a date rape song. And we'll actually get back into the lyrics in 1 second. Let me get back into the lyrics for 1 second. Forget it. Let me let Joy get her shit off before I get back into the lyrics.
Yeah,
I don't even know why.
Joy Behar is full of
topic.
shit. I want to be very clear. I didn't know why it was a topic either, but I actually can show you why it's a topic.
It's called blurred lines.
These women are full of shit.
This lyrics from from blur. It's called blurred line. Frank, I know, but it was an innocent thing at the time.
Yeah.
Bring it to this era, but this is a new song from from blur. It's called blurred lines.
Blurred lines.
This lyrics are, I hate these blurred lines. I know you want it. I hate them blur lines.
You
I
know I got it.
Want it. I know you want it. Then she goes, but you're a good girl. The way you grab me must mean you're getting
First of all, she never even heard the song.
Go ahead, get at me.
But I want you to listen to it.
I don't like that song. I have to say, I like the song.
She said I don't like that song, but I love the
I
song.
like the song, but I don't like the song.
That's why she does. But that is a date rape song.
There was also a lawsuit about
I-
that song with Mark Gay's
Yeah,
family over it being stolen.
I don't understand.
Now,
why.
and this, and I just was listening to it. It was playing, and I was like, oh shit, 4 minutes from the view. I was like, for the sake of the show, I'll do it. Fine. Boom. As I'm listening, I'm like, you can't do that. You can't flip flop. You can't flip flop like that and decide, oh, now that shit from 1960. It's a Christmas song. It's all good. And then you hear Robin Thicke and sing track, like when you sing any lyrics to any song, like
It's still
I know you want it.
Now let me say that the older song was worse than the Robin Thicke song.
Oh no, facts. See now, this is that's what I was. That's why I that's what I wanted to get to. I'm glad you brought us back. I listened to the other shit and I didn't pay when I first in the order.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if you want to listen to the whole clip, if you can find it, I'll put it in the show notes, I guess, if you care that much. But so you can watch the whole thing. I know you should watch, like, so you can watch if you care to watch the whole thing.
Right.
So, like, just listening to it and going back. When I first listened in the order of hearing the other lyrics, I was like, oh, this is crazy, but like, really. You have to. That's a long reach. That's a
right.
That's a Odell Beckham.
There,
yeah, it's there, but like, what are we talking about, right? So then I get it's like fucking 3 minutes real time TV time in between there, right? And then I hear that, like, I'm like, blurred line, like, you can't read the lyrics like that and be, I know you want it, like, it's a fucking fire.
I didn't even remember what the song was, but I was like, oh, maybe it is a little risque. And then when she says the words, I'm like, oh no, it's not. Like, what are you talking about?
You can't be like, that's a date rape song. Like
that's
what
crazy.
You talking about?
That's crazy.
Nah, for real, what you talking about?
Crazy.
And that's my whole point. That's why I say the world has ended. It's over. Because I'm like,
shit.
I watched this crew, and like, order real time, I'm like, when did Whoopi Goldberg become the fucking spokesperson for... No, now you're tired of this shit? Oh, okay. Interesting. Then there you go. And it's, and it's just like, you can't... This is why we're in this sensitive era. Because you could do both. And I think you gotta really, you gotta draw back the bullshit. Even...
It's not gonna draw back.
No?
It's not, no. I don't think I think this is just dividing us more because everybody's an extremist one way or the other. Or they're like right in the middle. Sure. Like, I'm with both of you. And then they can't make up their mind.
Or selling these fucking, from the View, selling guns to both sides. But anyway, move on with it. That actually made me think about questionable rap lines. Like, I was like, and I was past it. And I think we talked about it before. I forget what we were...
about will.i.am. Right?
Right, we talked about will.i.am and something else where we were saying, you can't... Now we're going to start dissecting rap lyrics. I forget. Or tweets. Yeah. And we talk about it every fucking week. Yeah. Like, they're talking about it with a 1944 Christmas song.
Right.
But, I was saying all that to say with the View is like... You can't decide. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't pick when you pick that and want to do it for the sake of the show. You can't do that. That's what stirs up bullshit. How you gotta do it is find ill rap lines and be here for the sake of the jokes. Seriously though. Like, if you're gonna flip flop, we gotta be on. I mean, not flip flop, but if you're gonna talk about things, at least like comedians and people
make it funny.
Yeah, you can get your shit
light.
Right.
Like,
no, like, what is it gonna help bitching about it? If somebody really said that to me in real life, I would be like, what just happened the last 4 minutes of my life? Honestly, the last 11 minutes of my life. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? But and now in the stop, and you're in the same conversation, and they make you laugh. You forget about the bullshit, and you're like, yo, but I'll see you later, man. I'm gonna holler at you, and you move on. Like, so there's no I'm probably not gonna make you laugh with these Cameron lines, but I thought about, I'm like, yo, there's some crazy. When I first heard this song is very old. I want to be very clear, and I'm not playing. This isn't a my bad. When you're listening back to this in the car, you're gonna be like, what is going on? Oh my
god.
Shout out to my man Funk Flex. This song is very old. Like, when this was one of the first albums I actually purchased.
Okay.
We'll say I was like 14, I believe, or 13 maybe. When I first heard this, I knew this was very bad. Cam was wilding. Oh, it gets better. Bad Santa. Now I know. That's Cam. I just, in all seriousness, when I first heard that as a young, I was like, God damn! Like, I was like, this is crazy. Like,
yeah, that
was nuts. And it was on a K-Slay, like a mix CD. Mm-hmm. But the one you act not the shit you can get for $5 from. Right. The shit was like Sam Goody. Like, I had to, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go get it. So it was like G-Unit. I really bought it for G-Unit, like one song really. When I heard that shit, so I wasn't expecting. It wasn't a Cam album I heard. Okay. That's why I wanted to like give it a little bit of context. Yeah. It wasn't a Cam album. And I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan, but I knew he was enough to get me 46 seconds in. When I heard that shit, I was like, Jesus, this nigga's crazy. Yeah. Like, God damn. Like, what the fuck? You raped them kids, go to court.
Like, what? Why would you said that on, you recorded that?
It was out of my brain until, like, I was actually, after I was watching this shit, I was like, imagine I take a song and I was like, what's the worst shit I've ever heard? And I actually I set up my sounds with the soundboard, right? So I have mad, like, R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet, Volume 3, provides so many good, like, podcast moments. I'm like, wait. Wait. When I first heard, we're gonna get back to Cam. When I had planned, when I was playing Joy Behart, to start off with this. Right? So I started as I'm setting it up, I'm like, yo, this is just, R. Kelly had some real gems in this section of this fucking 45 episode audiobook, right? And then that took my brain, I know there's a long story, but that took my brain to the shit I've heard in rap when I thought about Cam. And I'm like, see, that's why none of this is void. I mean, that's why all of this is void, and none of this, you can't do it. You can't take a Kevin Hart tweet. You can't take a...
Not unless you're gonna hold everyone accountable.
Right. You can't take a Cam... Right, exactly. I can't be mad at none of that. You can't be mad at no shit.
You have to be mad at everything.
Right. Are we gonna be mad at Cam? Like, we're gonna... because that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's nuts.
That's crazy, but I didn't hear nobody mad at that. He wouldn't even be a rapper if he said that.
Yeah, right.
If he said that like right now, he would be done.
It was over. Wait, it was over. He wasn't even. He got rich after this, way after.
It's crazy,
right? So I was like, you can't. It's all void. It's all. You can't. It's over.
No, you can't. Yeah, absolutely.
It's over. And that's actually where you gotta respect.
You can't go backwards, you know?
Like, no, never. In anything you do in life.
I mean, like, respectfully, like, certain crimes you can go back. But, like two people. But other than that, like, what somebody said, what somebody did, like...
It's over. Like, it's over.
All different. You can't...
Yeah, it's over. Like, I'm not saying, like... let me be very clear, and I don't want to. I wasn't even trying to get into no Hannibal Buress. This is what happened with Hannibal Buress and Bill Cosby.
Lord.
I wasn't trying to get no Hannibal Buress shit because I'm not even gonna use those rap lyrics, right? Like,
there's a billion of them.
Right, I'm not even gonna get into like Tekashi and what he's going on. Like, I shouldn't even have said the name, but I just want to take that what he said off the table completely.
Okay.
If we were to take a Cameron bar that he said in rap, or anybody bar, I'm not even gonna say Cam anymore, anybody bar that he said in rap, and take it out and some listen to it and be like, what the fuck? And then they go, like, let me call this kid, call his high school, see there was a scandal, that he did some wild shit. Like, I don't know. When you look up people's
right,
you're like, damn. Like, if it actually happened or some crazy shit, like,
right,
damn. But if it's just like acting or a fucking Christmas song, like anything, it was over as far as yesterday.
Right.
Yesterday.
Right.
If yesterday is done.
Words.
Like it doesn't mean anything. But I think it's the people don't. I'm saying all that fucking again to say people don't respect the new you.
No.
Like, people really don't respect the fucking don't. That's if you know me, like, if you met me last week, I'm not saying I'm that different, but like some shit I said, I'll be like, oh nah, actually, like I was like some stupid shit like Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was 20 bands, you was a genius. It was a fucking big talk. Now it's $3,200. Like, where these same gurus, and the motherfuckers who are right aren't even saying it was, like, it doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. Millions and billions of dollars have been lost in that, and now it doesn't even mean anything. We definitely not going off whatever, but for some reason, and I guess we're just since we're in the rap mode, and this we did talk about. We did play.
Gucci. So Gucci also dropped last weekend.
They were talking about Gucci Mane's album, and this is Everyday Struggle. I don't want to feel like I'm actually picking them, but they got the clips. I want to talk about.
It's easy.
Yeah, like, help me out here. So I'm just embracing the internet, right?
Right.
So what Everyday Struggle is a culturally impactful show. I'll word that the right way. So, and I'm only wording it that way because when you watch The View, everybody knows The View.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know Everyday Struggle.
True.
So it's like The View to hip hop community or rap community or just music in general, because it's not even about there's no boundaries really. Okay. So when I hear this,
album number 12 called Evil Genius.
You're talking about Gucci's new album, and I actually love old Gucci, obviously.
Hilarious. You got jokes now?
No, I'm just kidding. 17 tracks, including features from Quavo, Lil Skies, Kevin Gates, and more. Now, this is the follow-up to 2017's El Gato, the Human Glacier. Last week, Gucci said, if this isn't the hardest album of the year, slap the shit.
And I actually did listen to it.
He also said,
and I fuck with it.
A million reasons why he's still the best rapper alive. Of course. Anyway.
We're going to get into the best rapper alive, too.
Anybody can snap Gucci, so.
That was the correct answer.
I guess that was like a rhetorical statement.
I think when you do an album review at this level, it means something.
I listen to this junk. Not gonna lie, man. A lot of Gucci projects, they're cool.
And Gucci smacked the shit out of him for calling him junk.
Did you find 2 or 3 songs on there that you really like?
No.
Okay.
But it's cool.
For me, like my favorite Gucci shit. Gucci has too many mixtapes for me to have a favorite. And
I want to pause Wayno right there. Right? Gucci doesn't. I respect. Gucci has 12 albums. Gucci has the most music that I've ever seen. Every year, like, to still go at this level, even as an artist, I respect it. Even if I didn't like it, I wouldn't even say anything bad about it. Which I do fuck with it because Gucci raps about, like, the new him. Well, I'll unpause it.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, no, that was fire.
I missed that Gucci, which I mean that's 10 years ago.
I missed the same Gucci, just different mindset.
I mean,
there you go, right there. I missed the same Gucci,
we always joke about
different mindset.
Don't like suburban Gucci?
Nah, not really, but I listen.
I'm only playing that clip because it's the same facet. If we're standing there, you don't even respect the new Gucci. I'm like, I like Gucci more. I fucked with Gucci back then. Don't get me wrong. Especially when you listen to the music.
He didn't.
No,
I didn't like him,
and I respect it.
Right.
But I really fucked with Gucci because of everything he said, for better or for worse. I was like, that's crazy. Like, he means it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just respected it. So now, when after he got out of jail, and they're like, you know, when I see he's fucking vegan, he's working out every day. He got he married his girl. Right, he's a different dude. He's not saying no wild. His aura, his whole aura. I fucked with him double.
Yeah.
I said, oh, yo, Gucci is really like. I said, yo, Gucci's a changed man. And I actually, and I wasn't gonna bring it up, but when I started hearing that clone shit, I'm like, why? Because his life is together. Like, I'm like, Gucci's a regular like he's not on drugs. He's not on. I'm like, sober. I'm like, now you want to call him a clone? Like, motherfuckers can't do shit right. And I wasn't even on no Me Too. It wasn't even on no like. I was just respected the revamp. I respected the reset.
His energy.
His whole aura was different. And I want to go and before we finish talking about Gucci and wrap this whole fucking point up, they asked Gucci Mane who was the best rapper.
100% me. I love it. Fuck that talk, Gucci. Who doper than me?
Try to mute her out.
I want to hear y'all tell me. And why? And why?
And
we're asking the questions. I got a million reasons why.
This is why. This is why when I hear bad shit about his album, I'm like, nah. You gotta respect the new Gucci.
And who they help? Yeah.
If you respect the old Gucci, you gotta double. It should have doubled. Pardon me, I didn't mean to interrupt the GOAT.
And why? And why?
I gotta let him get his shit off.
We're asking the questions. I got a million reasons why I am. But I'm saying, why would somebody else be better? You feel me? What they did, who they helped, what they been through, you know what I'm saying? What's their track record? Do they do what they say? The way that they did it. How many hurdles have they done? How much opposition have they had? Sure. You know, did they have a cakewalk? Did they do it by themselves? Was they blackballed? Wow. Did they have one of their own behind their back when they was doing it? Did they ever break? Anybody ever take something from them? Did they ever snitch?
Snitch.
My man.
Well said.
When I heard that, I said, "Yo," and I was listening.
He just knows.
And it was after because they were making a joke like Gucci's the best ever. Like, no, you gotta respect him as like, you know what, he made a valid case because if your reasons for as a human being, I'm like, that shouldn't even we shouldn't even limit this particular human being as best rapper anything. Like, don't limit it to rapper.
Right.
As the best turnaround for a fucking human being.
Right.
On like aura, and I was like, I gotta meet Gucci. Like, I was like, I could feel that shit through the computer.
Yes.
Like, I could feel that through my smartphone. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that, you gotta respect you gotta respect today. You gotta respect now. You can't. We got these smartphones. They smart. Don't use this shit to be dumb. When you see shit like this, don't. And I think people in positions of like whatever position.
People don't like to see people improve.
Yeah, that's why at this point we gotta go back to some shit. Like, and I'm not the best person. I'm not a saint. And you don't gotta go back to second grade to see some fucked up shit I did. But it wouldn't be. But if we were to pull resumes, you gotta be like, nah, look at my recent history.
Right,
like,
right.
Like, oh no, fuck the old tweets and shit. Like, if you worked with me like years ago, like, nah, don't run down on me on the same shit. Like, let's don't act like we know each other, but like, nah, you gotta respect the reset. Like,
right.
We're not doing this. Like,
well, and you also can't surround yourself with anybody who's like, you changed. Sure. Like, that's not good for your energy. Like, of course you changed. It's a good thing to change.
100%.
Like, if you're 100%. Not changing, something's wrong with you.
100%. You should be. And you know what else is crazy? We talked about it. We talked about it in a couple episodes ago. I don't remember exactly, like 68 maybe, when we were talking about the age. We were talking about like being 40. Okay. I think those resets, when you get to those points, you have a choice.
Yeah.
Like, what you want to do? You want to stay the same?
Right.
Like, when you know in your heart, like,
you have to really self-reflect sometimes, and I think that's actually like, but you have to do it. You can't be like, oh, this person, Sure. That goes back to, if you're complaining about other people, you're not focusing on yourself and like what you need to change about yourself in order to grow as a person. Like, instead of pointing out everybody else's faults, take a look at yourself and let that shit go and worry about what's negative about yourself that you want to make positive.
100%. Do you think that some people But I say, because and me and you could go back and forth about that forever. Like and you're big on The Secret, like the universe,
right?
What I'm noticing in people, because you got to wear your bulletproof energy vest.
You do.
Is some people only can communicate through complaints.
Yeah.
Like some people can only communicate through like
negativity.
Fuck shit. Like I think that's what we talked about. Smell, like or some energy. Like bring some good. You want to be like refresh.
Right.
I really, when I'm like, hey, like, good morning. I'm like, what's so good about it? Like, some people are like,
they like steal it.
But that's the only way.
Right.
What I'm realizing is that's the only way that they can communicate. Like, some people every time you see them, it's a fucking complaint. You're like, God damn.
Like,
they might not even realize what they're doing.
That's true.
They really don't
I've tried to tell people though in the past, not everybody, but like I've tried to like, I really wish you would like try to be more positive and stop focusing. Like you seem, you seem like you have a good, you have a good soul, but like you're so negative. Like try to focus on the positive.
But you know what?
And
people
they don't even realize they think they're being positive, like saying something positive, like a backhanded compliment.
Right, exactly.
Basically, like that's their positivity. Like,
but it's people like that.
Negative.
You can see it in when you're like, yo, I like you. I fuck with you.
Right. But
you got this thing with you. You got a little like. But that's why I say, like, and we talk about selling guns to both sides. I don't want to, and that's me also swaying. I think with people, if we're gonna do like it's like a Libra scale. Like it's like a, you know what I mean?
Like people need to be around you to pick you up.
Right.
Like if I'm like complaining to my mom, sometimes she helps me to like focus on the positive, and I do the same
people,
for her.
Those are people you right.
Those are the people that I like to keep around.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody who doesn't and they're always negative,
right.
I can't.
Right, 100%.
Because without realizing it, you're both making each other more negative. You know what I mean?
100%.
If you're not willing to like turn it around, but I feel like if you're not being your true self, you're not gonna be able to try to sway somebody. And like you have to have a good friendship too, because some people you try to tell to like, hey, stop fucking complaining and think positive.
But that's
and
why
they're like, you're so insensitive.
That's why
you have to have that's like a good friendship. But it's
but those people weed themselves out. I like to believe. Well, in my life at least, as far as I'm concerned, they're like they don't. And vitamin water is paying people. Well, they're offering 100 bands to get for you to live phoneless for a year, to live without your phone.
It says smartphone.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
okay.
What I took it as is like stay off the internet. Don't be on social media. You can't be on social media. You can't be. I don't know if that means you can't call. Like you could call.
Right. I need details to know if I would do it or not.
See, that's the shit. I mean, you need details because you would do it. Like you were able.
But I need to be able to run my business.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not worth that. I knew.
But otherwise,
I get it with it because I was like, damn, that would be a no-brainer.
Please fucking.
Right, exactly. But they're betting that you would like. They're betting people. They could probably offer
because the people that could get rid of it won't.
They won't.
They won't because they don't have anything else. They don't have anything else.
I swear, when I saw that, I said, "Damn."
They ain't gonna give up $100,000 to nobody.
Right.
Like they might get 3 people.
But it comes to that that we're to that point in society. Like motherfucker can give you 100 bands not to give a free opinion. Like
I mean, like in my opinion too, like. I feel like it's just your phone because I feel like because otherwise if you have a TV you can watch YouTube and get online and stuff, so I feel like it's just the cell phone thing.
That would be a trash. I would be like, no. Like that would be a trash.
I mean, it'd be much easier to do.
What do you mean?
Like if I could get on the computer and I had like an iMac and then I could iMessage people.
See that you're going around it. There you go. No, it's as far as I would be like, listen, I gotta look into this because if they tell me,
because I will fucking
like,
do that.
As far as business is concerned, that's different. I would be like, done, easy. take this shit right now. Like, I can still put the podcast up. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, when can I start?
Exactly.
I'll start yesterday.
Exactly.
Take this piece of shit out. What is this, the 10? Like, get this shit out of here. But as long as I can still order Uber Eats, I 100% need to still be able to.
You know what? If
how would I?
For 100, I will call on a home phone.
Do they even have phones anymore?
They
like
do have
you
home
can call
phone.
a restaurant.
I think we have a home line. But yeah, people call.
God damn, it's a new world order.
I'm just antisocial.
Okay,
so I want to do everything online, and that way I can see that I ordered everything right, and you can see it and look over it because that's what's annoying to me. Like. I don't know that you got that right.
See, I'm so far removed from that I really feel like
I'm being proactive.
Sure, 100%. You are. No, that is. You rather
antisocial and proactive. It helps with my issue of I'm just avoiding that.
Sure, and
that's proactive.
It's like sending a fax. It's like sending a fax. It was a lot easier to be like, if you're working if a frequent big order or whatever it is, like bro. I'll fax it in. Yeah. Because you're gonna fuck this up.
True.
So it's the modern day. Like, how can I do this electronically without calling?
Kids don't know what a fax machine is, though. Probably. They don't even write.
Yes, they do, because on the gram I write fax machine fax. So they gotta kind of be like, wait, what?
I feel like they'd say,
and you gotta
and
just word. 1988. This guy's ancient history. That's
we
bad.
Still feel young.
Damn, that's crazy. I feel in the best shape of my life, but that's some shit an old person says. So I'm just gonna move on. Speaking of Uber Eats, did you see the Uber Eats driver that ate?
No, I wanted to. Yeah, okay, thank you. I was just gonna save it for here.
This guy.
Oh, it's a video. Oh no.
A good friend of mine had the home security system going. So you've got to come and have a look at this one, old pal. So here he comes. He walks up to the door. This is the Uber delivery bloke. He rings the doorbell.
Apparently this happened in Australia.
There's a crack at the door. No one around. Has a look inside the bag.
Oh, is that a French
fries?
Oh, it's French
fries. Hand into the bag.
I respect him eating the whole fry, not like taking the courtessy bite and putting it back.
Come in here, mate. What do you reckon?
He's hungry. He's been driving all day, taking people food.
You're joking, right?
I mean, the poor guy.
Me?
They're not
Even if my
Of course I'm joking. You better not take your hand in my bag. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm joking.
You're not dead ass.
I would have been like, did you punch him in the face? Like, what the fuck?
We're not playing devil's advocate on this podcast for 1 second. Like, you dead ass. Like,
I like that.
I looked at
I got you.
I'm like, turn this fucking camera off right now. Could you imagine, like, I looked at that and I said, yo, see, this is what we get for talking to strangers. Like, this is exactly what we get for having a fucking stranger. Like, there's no accountability. Some dickhead can just download the app. And like, my fries are cold by the time I got them.
Right.
This motherfucker knew that. That's why I'm like, how do I know I didn't get double the fries? Like, if this shit came from Five Guys and shit my bag ain't even greasy, this motherfucker, like, I'm like, did I get all 8 slices of pizza? Like, did Lindsay take one or was some shit missing when I got here? Like, now I'm questioning everything. Like, is that a whole piece of steak?
A lot of them, thankfully, like some of them, not a lot of them. Some of them staple the bag and stuff.
I'm
tape
actually
and
not
staple and
every Uber.
But that's
Uber
that's not cool at all.
That's not wavy.
Cool at all.
That's not wavy.
Not cool.
That's really not wavy. And you know, and we brushed over business before, like, so I'm not even gonna get into the serious part of it. But like, that's also a part of being a different me is like, first of all, you gotta act like someone's looking the whole time. Like, always. Bro, you at their front door. That wasn't even smart of you. First of all, like,
someone could have.
Like, you at the front door, bro. Like, you're just a fucking idiot.
You were in your car.
Right. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna eat it, bro, eat it in the car.
If you eat it like this, nobody knows. It's
like nobody knows. Yeah, they don't know what's going on, bro. You waited till you was at the front door. So that's one. And
no. So imagine what he's doing in his car.
No, that's not wavy at all.
Come on, man. That's not.
It was. Yeah, no. I think that's it.
Did you want to talk about Cardi B and Offset?
Did I? No. I didn't talk about that?
We did not.
I knew. Oh, that's why I think that gap in my brain of like, when it was like, I think that's it actually. That was supposed to be the first thing. Yeah. I know. We got into fucking Joy Behart.
No, we got into nervous peeing. And then
oh yeah, we got into my
traumatic.
I couldn't even think of the fucking word. My traumatic childhood experiences. I think that's what this clip is.
Pediatric experience.
I'm broken. First of all,
we talked about being. We felt. I mean, I didn't know the story. I think when we talked about it. But we talked about.
I had to get up. Go. That was Tourette's, by the way. Just came out. I couldn't even stop myself. Go ahead.
It's hard, yeah.
I was gonna hit you with a mom.
I know you were. That's why I just waited
for the second show.
I knew that was coming.
For the second show, I didn't want to, but you left me that gap.
We were saying we felt bad for him, but I didn't know what he did, so I was like, I don't know. But also, like, did we talk about it on the podcast? The apology? Oh no, we didn't. That's
no,
what we're talking
I was
about
gonna say that's what we're talking about. Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna play the goddamn clip.
No, Offset. Not this.
Not this one?
No, not this one.
Offset.
Pause it.
Sorry. Offset. I just want to say.
What are you doing? Don't play that one. You have to play the other one first.
Do I?
His apology on Instagram. That's the one. That was his first one.
I wanted to get right to the jokes. You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, listeners. I had everything else queued up, but I forgot. I just wanted to get right to the jokes. See, Joy Behart, she got me wanting to shake that shit off. I'm blaming her. Like, she's the new Fergie. I'm just going to play her voice on my soundboard. It's going to be terrible.
You're not.
Offset. Woo, 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 woo. Records got Becca's on Becca's. I'm riding up 3 minutes. I'm riding a coupe.
It can't be 3
I'll
minutes.
take you, bitch, right from you. Choo, bitch, I'm my dog. Woo, woo. Well, you want to listen to a YouTube commercial? Because I ain't got the red.
Maybe.
My wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now. A lot of things.
I can't even hear this shit.
Is that as loud as it goes?
Yep.
Because it's whispering.
You gotta put on his. You gotta put on the. That's what you gotta do if you're gonna leave a voicemail. I don't want to play this one. This one's trash.
Okay, so he made a public apology. Well, Instagram apology, saying all he wants for his Christmas is his daughter and his wife back, and that's all he wanted for his birthday. And he's sorry for making her look crazy because he was he didn't fuck that girl, but he was entertaining it.
Oh, you're good. You got a good memory. Oh, I think I did hear that actually. It was trash though.
You did, yeah.
What and we talked about him.
Because she said she wanted to get a divorce, and then that was...
Yeah. Right. And it was... I was like, damn, Offset. But then, like, and obviously you can't... I think it's weird that people, like, get back together. Like, it's none of my business, and right. I'm here for strictly the sake of the jokes. He fucked up in his life. If she don't want to talk to him, that's her business. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's... I know that everything is public, and we're talking about it, so it gives us something to talk about. But, like, it's a little crazy to like do that.
What?
Both of them, actually. Like her saying like we need together. I mean, you have to say that because you guys are, you know, like it's gonna look crazy if you don't say it. You know, but sure. Like I feel like there was a better way to do it, and that's probably why she deleted the video.
See, I think it's but yeah, that's why I think it's weird. I'm like, wait, this is like that's really his girl. Like, so that's why at first I was championing it. Like, damn, that's really his wife. Like, this is like, what does the internet have to do with it? Like,
yeah. Like, why are we talking about this? Like, leave him alone. But they.
That's what I'm saying. But with those, that was then with all these videos and all this information, it's just like, well, shit. Now we're in. Like,
yeah. Now I know everything about you.
Yeah. What's happening? But I forget. I was gonna get into something.
That.
But I'll play the second clip first. It'll come back to me. Showing up at your girl's job is never a good idea. Ever. Especially if she don't take you back. But
What's that? You're not really gonna, you can't hear it.
No, you can't at all. That was terrible. But that was trash too.
But let me just say,
Sorry.
I listened to it on like 8 videos so I could hear it better.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry, bruh.
you can't. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, you can't, bro. Your girl.
What?
I think that's what I was getting.
Your wife that you want to take you back. You called her bruh. Like it ain't serious.
I think he's just too cool for school, and also
he's a fucking idiot.
That's what I wanted to say.
He thinks he could just buy her back and I'll just apologize on Instagram. She'll take me back. Like nah, she's better than that now.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was.
Cardi B better not go back to him. Not for a long time if she does. Like he got to do some major changes.
I'm glad you brought this up. We'll get into that also. This is good. This is good. Because I just wanted to get into the jokes, but this is good. Because you got me. Hook, line, and sinker. He did say his mistakes were public. So the reason he's putting this up is because in an actual tweet he said this. You can go find an actual tweet. He said my mistakes were public, and the reason I'm doing all this publicly is because she was embarrassed publicly, and I want to apologize publicly. And I put it on the gram like 2 years ago because I really felt that. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. If I am, seriously, call me out ever. But I'm just saying, if you fuck up publicly, the apology should be just as loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you, because I feel like, and it wasn't on this scale, but I feel like, so say you put something up on the gram about someone, and you're wrong, and your whole video, a 40-minute video, a 40-second video, like fuck you, you're an asshole, you kick my fucking dog, and whatever else happened, you go look at your ring, look at the camera, and you're like, oh shit, you didn't kick my fucking dog. Right. I want that. I want 45 seconds now of the same energy. Now, yo, my fault. Take care. Like, no. I need that same energy.
But
so
I feel like he's not coming with. He's fake coming with the same.
I think he's too cool. I think he's too cool for school. Like when he's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like that's like, yo, you're not even in. I feel like you got to go in it. Like
he's like really. He's like faking.
I think it's actually weird. I don't think Gucci Mane got down on one knee, but that's another story. I consider him a good husband. So guys that are too cool to get down on one knee. Like if you're gonna propose, don't just hand her this shit. Like,
it's weird.
You want this? Like you gotta go ahead.
I think he did get on one knee because he did it at a basketball.
No, that's why. Maybe if I'm wrong, Gucci, please don't slap me. He's like 6. Gucci's a big guy. He's like 6'6". I don't want to smoke. I pick my battles very wisely. I'm getting old.
You feel your best.
I kicked the Uber driver's ass, but Gucci Mane, nah, I'm good. Not
happening.
But now let's get into end the jokes, I guess, to get serious for a second. I'm not saying he's right anymore. I think he did fuck up, even if he didn't fuck those girls, like he said, or wasn't. You fucked up. I can't. He's wrong. You're wrong in that situation. Even if you didn't, you was out there, you got caught, you fucked up. It's right now, and I don't want to wear it. I don't want to be a microwave and say she better. Like maybe it's 2 years from now, he's still begging, and I'm gonna pause there for a second. I actually didn't. I fucked up before in my life. The girl stopped talking to me, and I actually went beyond my means of communication, like. But see, now in my brain, I did some creepy shit in my life. Don't get me wrong. Like 2007 creepy, not like 2018 creepy. Like, but I know in my social awareness, showing up to a girl's job is a bad idea. No, dead ass.
Yeah.
But it's different. Like I feel like, will you crash the show, my G? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
It's way backstage that Cardi B catches backstage. Like I don't know, but again. He did fuck up. So I'm saying all that to say, if this is what changes him and makes him like, please, I'm not gonna. It's a real relationship between real people. So I'm like, yo, whatever y'all speed is, go for it. But I feel like he's not serious right now. They're also 26 and 27. I want to point that out.
I know, but I feel like he's not serious about he's. Thinks he's serious, but he's not serious.
Pardon me. I didn't finish my point. Oh. I'm sorry. I want to be clear. After not even 3 months. After 2 months. Because I felt like it was my first heartbreak took me 2 years to get over. Mm-hmm. My second heartbreak was about 6 months. This was that 3-month heartbreak. Okay. Of being all right. Once I was over it, I was actually over it, and I'm like, fucking 5 years later, I was like, wow, thank God she didn't take me back. Like, no, deadass, like,
yeah.
So that's why I think this public shit is all, as far as the jokes are concerned, is like, bruh. Like, but I respect it, and not even to be, if it was me, I'm looking at me, I'm like, thank God I didn't show up to her job on camera.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
If you got some email, and that's where even telling this story or whatever, if you got an email and you leaked it or whatever, or it was just like, oh, what? It was like, look at the date on that shit. That was then. Like, if there was this, if I went on stage like, I'm sorry, bro, I was like, that was then. I didn't like you anymore. So I want to be clear and real, again, as far as I'm concerned. Because now I look at like you, I'm like, oh, this, I was like, bro, you gotta buy the house next door. Like me, I'm
worried he's gonna do it again. I'm worried he's not serious enough.
Right, so if he's serious, I respect it.
If he thinks that she's like the one, he should be a lot more serious. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
He just said, "I'm sorry, bruh."
No, that's why
I really listened to it on like 8 different videos. I was like, no, he didn't say that. No, he couldn't have said that.
He said it.
He fucking said it.
Like, if me then at 26, I would have been like, I don't know, like, whatever. But, like, I know my feelings.
Literally
like,
that.
Oh, yeah. No, my first heartbreak was 2 weeks. That's why I knew I was ready to get married. Like, you know what I'm saying? That, like, oh, no, you got to marry the person you love. Because this is whack.
Yeah.
Like, this is not. Yeah. I'm not doing this with anyone else ever again in my life.
But that's what I mean. Like, should they really be together if he was, like, she was, like, pregnant. Like, about to give birth when this happened. Apparently, I think. Podcast facts, but I did look into it a bit. And I think it was, like, in June or July or June, I think. And, like...
See, this is where it's like...
But if he fucked up and then came with a real apology, like, from your soul, like, he's just showing out because that's all this is my opinion on it.
No, it's public. Go for it. Knock yourself out.
He's just showing out and thinking that she'll, like, but he doesn't sound like he's serious. He's, like, mumbling.
I think it's weird because, like, it's public and he's like, I'm going to do this. I am, and that's why I'm glad you're happy. We're getting into it because I'm looking at it like.
How would you feel doing that crazy shit too?
Right. I had two. That's why I explained my two feelings about it because I was like, on the other end, if like this is your wife.
Yeah.
And I said to myself I would get married one time and one time only, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I think like. Thank God the girl that when I jumped out the window for when I didn't even like was just going like just.
Right.
Doing it, just going through the motions, like, yo, please, come on.
Right.
I got text, email, call the job, definitely. Like, if you gotta speak to the boss, like, hey, right? Just one time, though. One time. On the record. Right. One time. You can't be, don't be calling, you called 3 times, bro, you stalking. Like,
true.
You don't even love her that much because you know this is crazy. Like, this is, you're just out of line, right? So, if you go through those stages, I feel like, and it's obviously she might not be answering his calls for real. He might be like, "Yo,
I think that's exactly what's going on."
Right. So if that's really his wife, his girl, like I think he pressed. I think it's
probably
like
right. He's probably embarrassed.
But I think he has to go. I think he's like he said.
I hope he's embarrassed.
What do you mean?
I hope he's embarrassed. I hope that's why he's saying, "I'm sorry, bruh." Like.
Nah, I think that is fucked up. Yeah.
Like
I think that is.
I feel like he should have got down on his knees. Yeah. You serious? Get on your knees.
Jesus Christ! See, that's why I don't cross you because you cold motherfucker. Like, wait, where is this? Goddamn, where's R. Kelly? Oh, forget it. I ruined it. I ruined it.
I close my mouth, swallow spit, 'cause I'm thinking to myself, this is some deep shit.
He is the worst.
But he described that's what in that moment I'm like.
That's why do you remember I used to be like, you're an R. Kelly fan? I said it to you like 3,000 times since I've known you. Like, you're an R. Kelly fan? Like, when you were like, he has 17 zillion songs, and I was like, but you're an R. Kelly fan, and I was like,
that was the old me.
My bad.
New World Order. I'm getting New World Order. No, because you know why? My dad used to say like, My dad used to be like, listen to R. Kelly, and I thought it was my dad had a failed mixtape from the 80s, and I'm like, yo, stop hating. Like, this is some creative shit. But my dad used to say, like, I got daughters. I would have fucked R. Kelly up, and I used to be like, oh no, that is crazy. Get it? Like, once I turned like 26, what? I don't know. Like, I hit a mark, maybe like 28, and I started thinking about it like his lyrics.
Right.
As a man now, is like, oh no, this is fucked up. Like,
I mean, he's not one that you can't like.
But that's what I can't be.
You can understand him.
Right. He's like, oh,
telling you a fucking story.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no.
Tell you a bedtime
yeah, I'm
story.
like, I'm not gonna get into bed. I don't want to handle. R. Kelly is in enough trouble, and I ain't going. We're having a good time. But I saw a song. It came, and I do have R. Kelly albums downloaded. This was like maybe today or yesterday. The fucking song title is "I Like the Crotch on You." I just saw the song title. I never actually listened to this because I just listened to My Life on Shuffle. I looked at the song title on the screen. I was like, you can't say you didn't know. Like, I look at this shit, I'm like, I've never seen this before. This I don't even have to listen to this. You can't say you didn't know. No, dead ass. Like, come on. So my feelings with R. Kelly are drastically changed. And I don't get outraged about it.
Right.
I'm not a judge. Like, I don't even, for the sake of, I know why they're changed, because for the sake of the joke, I don't even do it other than these soundboards, because I'm like, damn, that's one little piece. See, I'm trying to take, and I'm like, I don't know if it's like my inner comedian. I'm like, damn, this is a bad person, but if I take this one thing from about 2011, like, can I get it off? I look at it like,
you remember music like extremely well. Like you say, you have a rap
I got a Jay-Z bar for everything that happened. Like, I got a rap line for everything that happens. So maybe one day these soundboards will make sense, but today it ends the podcast. Like,
do we have an ending sound?
No.
He says yes, I says no. He says yes, I says no. He says it's the truth.
Did that work?
I think that worked.
I think that worked. Let me up out this podcast. That's it. I think. Thanks, R. Kelly. Lens, it's good to have you.
Good to be here.
At the Real Business Criminal on Instagram, King Bo Christ on Instagram. I think. How do I do this? What's happening?
See you next time. See you next
time. Ciao for now. Have a day you deserve, and make sure you mind your motherfucking goddamn business.
And subscribe to our channel.
And subscribe. So mind my business, and then mind your goddamn motherfucking business.